Why, hello there. I've kidnapped your baby brother and I've hidden him in my labyrinth. It's full of scary traps, goblins, dangers. I dare you to come and find him.
Oh god, it's smelly and dark and creepy.
10 hours later.
So, how did you find my labyrinth? Was it scary? Was it terrifying? Are you scared for your life?
To be honest with you, it's full of singing and Muppets. It's not that bad.
Muppets? But you don't see Kermit or Miss Piggy here. It's goblins, not Muppets.
Anyhow, I've befriended several of them.
What? Befriended? You're not supposed to befriend anyone?
The most powerful one. He controls boulders. He saves us in every situation.
What? I don't know that guy. What is that? Ron? Joe? Bill? What's his name?
Ludo?
I never even heard of him. But what about the bogs of internal stench? Surely you didn't enjoy that.
Oh, yeah, those were pretty smelly.
Smell bad.
Yeah, they smell like a groundhog's armpit. Hey, Ludo?
Oh, that's Bluto. Oh, yeah, I know that guy. Anyways, how come you're not afraid for your life?
Is that my big brother over there?
It is. We were just dancing and singing and why aren't you terrified? I don't understand.
The little kids, he's playing with the goblins. They're kind of nice.
They are. I told them not to harm the baby because that would be just terrible. But you should be frightened of this place. It's very scary. There's goblins everywhere. Forget the kid. He's laughing and playing. Don't worry about him.
The worst thing you threw at us was a bad smell.
Yeah. Yeah. You're kind of right. Do you just want to take the baby and get out of here?
Yeah, if I could.
Yeah. Sorry I wasted your time with this whole labyrinth thing. I thought it just seemed better on paper. I thought it was a great chance to do some singing for once, you know? I'm real sorry I wasted your day. Tally-ho now.
Thanks for nothing, Jareth.
Don't call me that! My name's the Goblin King! Hey, this is Jpar. You listen to We Promise Nothing Show. This week, we have Kathy, we have Lipp, and we have Dabu. But before we get things started, just like to remind everyone that all the great music on the show is brought to you by SoundsLikeAnEarful.com. If you need great music for your podcast, check them out. SoundsLikeAnEarful.com. Now, this week, we're going to review The Labyrinth. And before we get going, why doesn't everyone say hello to the crowd?
Hello to the crowd from Kathy.
Hey everybody, it's Lipp.
Hey guys, here. Boo's here.
Who's here?
So Boo's here.
Who's here?
Boo's here.
Who's here? Alright, so we're going to review The Labyrinth, which is a 1988 film directed by Jim Henson. In fact, it was the last film directed by Jim Henson. It, of course, stars David Bowie, who left us previously, unfortunately, and Jennifer Connelly. And, okay, so a few facts before we get things going.
We didn't lose Jennifer Connelly.
No, not Jennifer Connelly. I didn't say we lost her.
Yeah, word that properly. Made it sound like as if we lost both David
No.
and Jennifer.
I said we lost, unfortunately, we lost David Bowie recently.
For those of you listening, Jennifer's still alive.
Yeah,
Thank
she
God.
is alive and well, and she is also in this movie. Before we get things started, I'm just going to list off a few facts. Michael Jackson was also considered for the role for the Goblin King. Sting was Jim Henson's preference, but his kids convinced him David Bowie would leave a more lasting impression. In Sarah's room, which is the character that Jennifer Connelly plays, there is a painting in a room that's the inspiration for the upside room in the Goblin's castle. Also, there's stuffed animals that look like Ludo and Sir Didymus on the shelf and on the dresser. In Sarah's room, many other things in her room, like the dress she wears in the ballroom scene, can be seen on the miniature doll in her jewelry box. Her dog Merlin is also used for Sir Didymus. Pictures of Bowie beside Sarah's mirror, something like that. There's more if you look at the movie. Upside Down Room is inspired by a picture by M.C. Escher. It's entitled Relativity, for you art buffs out there. The crystal ball juggling scene was juggled by a man who stood behind Bowie, so the guy was essentially doing it blind. The owl in the title sequence is the first attempt of a CGI-like character, and I gotta say I was actually quite impressed with that, considering if that's the first CGI kind of character, which is something that Lipp kind of pointed out to me.
Yeah, I thought it was actually pretty well done.
Yeah, it looks for its
1988.
time, yeah, and I've seen a lot of CGI that looks like shit now, so
Yeah,
that looks pretty good back then.
In the early 90s.
You
I
can
think.
totally tell though, because it's got the blue around it at times, but
The Force.
the Force, what we
The
call
Force,
it,
yes.
it was using the Force. The full costume of Hoggle was lost for some time. It was lost on an airplane. It was later bought by the airline and is in display in their store in Scottsboro, Alabama. There was 2 official music videos by David Bowie promoting the movie. As the World Falls Down and Underground contains scenes from the movie and specially filmed scenes with the characters and David Bowie. And here's one for the Trekkies. One of the choreographers for the film is Cheryl McFadden. She appears as one of the masked dancers in the ballroom scene. 1 year later, she appeared on Star Trek Next Generation, credited as Gates McFadden, playing Dr. Beverly Crusher.
Ooh.
I knew I'd get something for that one. And every time anybody says it's a piece of cake in the movie, something bad happens shortly after.
So it's never a piece of cake.
Never say it.
Never say never.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Okay, so Kathy, go. What'd you think of the Labyrinth?
What do I think of the Labyrinth? It never gets old. I laugh every single time. I quote it. The Muppets are just so lifelike. The characters are likable. Even with its slight bits of fromage, that movie it'll never get old for me, so I've always loved it. It's, yay.
It's yay.
It's yay.
Lipp?
I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it as a kid. I actually probably watched it 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So, a little bit of a refresher. It's still great. It's still pretty good. My favorite character's got to be Ludo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. What's your favorite character, Kathy?
Probably that little dog, because he just makes me laugh.
The
so
dog
hard.
or Sir Didymus?
Sir
Didymus.
The one that's riding the dog.
Yes.
Yes.
The little miniature dog.
And Boo, what do you think of Labyrinth? And also
Well,
tell us
wait.
your favorite.
Yeah, what's your favorite
What's
character?
your favorite character?
Oh, jeez. I have to be quite honest. I'm not overly familiar with the movie. I've only seen it, I think, maybe one other time in my entire life.
Yeah.
Never grew up with it, so I kind of feel like a little left out on that one. Favorite character, though? God. I'm actually quite partial to Hobble.
Yeah, he was good too.
Hoggle? Sorry. I even got it wrong.
See, now you got it wrong. It was.
Well, it was said so
Hoggle.
many different.
It was Hoggle.
Hoggle, yeah, because
Yeah, they get his name wrong a lot. Which is something that
everyone has to get at least wrong once, apparently.
Yeah.
What do you get?
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Hogwarts.
Hoddle. I don't know. There was a whole bunch.
Warhead.
Yeah, I don't remember them all.
Tons.
God, there's tons.
So you only seen it one other time, and what'd you think of it?
Oh boy. Actually, you know what? I have to admit I was pretty impressed with the Jim Henson style of work throughout the whole thing. It got to the point where you had seen so many characters on screen all at once that you couldn't be, you were just captivated by the sheer amount of performance that was based on teamwork in those moments. There was not too many scenes where you had a lot of them, but when there were quite a few, characters on screen. You actually tend to, I guess, take it for granted, but it was actually pretty impressive though when it got to those moments.
And that's something that I actually really like about Jim Henson movies, is that even, Muppets movies or any of his other ones, other ones are like Dark Crystal and stuff, which I actually still haven't seen, but you notice in his movies, you have all these little puppet characters, these Muppet characters, they're in the background, they're just doing little things, and it's just the kind of little things to chuckle at, and almost something that's kind of like lost in kind of like today's kind of... movies.
Jim Henson has a certain humor behind a lot of the things he does.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me think of what is it? what's he say? The cleanser. It's the big, grill that's going to grind them up, and when they escape it and they see behind it,
running through the tunnel there.
Yeah, through the tunnel. Those two little guys are just powering it. Maybe there's four on the back there, just kind of controlling things. It's just the humor behind Jim Henson.
Yeah, it wasn't this big, massive contraption that was kind of coming after them, right? It was just a couple of little 2 or 3 henchmen that was coming after them, right?
You see them kind of like controlling the machine as it goes by. But meanwhile, the front of it looks like a big spike iron ball that's going to come and like rip you to shreds kind of thing. Even with the big mech, and then they open it up and it's just with the big, the mech with the big axe, and he's all intimidating, and then it's just a little goblin inside.
I know. I love that part. It just, I don't know. It just,
Even the whole setup,
I can't even
like
think
what I was
about
saying to
how
Lipp
it's
as we're
like
watching it, it reminds me of like a D&D kind of like quest or like a dungeon that you would go through with all the traps and riddles.
Absolutely. There's riddles, there's traps, there's, dangerous terrain, with the swamp, and
you fall through floors.
yeah, you just kind of, you make your way through, and it's fun, and it's not actually that scary when
But
you look back.
if only she went the right direction right at the beginning, which was
The worm.
which was the right way. Was it right or left?
It was left. You're supposed to go left, and it would have
No,
taken her
never
right to
go
the
that
castle.
way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you. If she'd gone that way, it would have
Straight
taken her
through,
straight to
straight
the
to the
castle.
Wow.
I always shake my head at that point. I'm like, no.
It would have been a very short movie then.
Yeah, how it should have ended.
Well, and here's my theory on the whole thing, because it kind of reminds me of that whole dream concept of such of these series, right? Without giving away too spoilers, right?
Well, it's an 80s fantasy movie, and they're kind of similar at that time. And come on, it's a Labyrinth. If you haven't seen it by now, when did it come out?
88.
There you go. So if you haven't seen it by now, go and watch it, and then listen to us. But anyways, you were saying, Boo?
Oh, well, I think for me it was the fact that when I read into it, it was the kind of movie where apparently it didn't do quite well, in its first launch, and then I guess over the years it became a cult classic. Is the way I understand
with Bowie and everything.
And I'm not talking about because of our recent loss of him, as an individual.
No, it was a
but
cult classic way
but
before.
it was it was called classic.
As the years went by, it became a cult, and I didn't quite realize that it had. So I kind of feel left out that I didn't grow up with it. When I was
It's
younger.
like I would describe it as like part like fantasy adventure / musical. I guess there's like some musical bits in it. It's not too much music, but there's a lot of Bowie's music in this.
There's like 3 or 4.
And there's definitely some parts where Bowie just breaks out and sings, and you're like, what's going on? But you realize it's actually just like this fantasy realm that this girl has made up in her mind, right? And like I said, which is similar to the 80s movies, because that kind of happens in the Never-Ending Story where the kids reading the book, and it kind of like becomes like a reality for them. It's like, is it real? Was it not real? You kind of just think for yourself. You decide, kind of thing. Even Princess Bride has that kind of feel to it in a way,
Yeah. I really enjoyed the riddle in that movie. It's like one of the most iconic scenes for me, I think, is the riddle.
The doors.
The door riddle, yeah.
I still can't figure out how the hell you explained it to me. Honestly.
One door always tells the truth, and then the other always tells a lie.
Right.
So she asks the door, if you were the other one, how would you answer? So if you're the truthful door, you're going to answer truthfully to what the lying door would say. So your answer is going to be a lie. So she'd pick the opposite door. If she's the truth-telling one, then she's answer truthfully to what the lying one says, which is a lie. So the answer is always a lie. Did I explain that correctly?
She'll always pick the opposite of what he says, type thing.
Here's my concern, and I think this is why I get kind of hung up on this. Maybe this is why I'm not grasping the concept, but I thought she had already asked the question to the door, asking him, unless, how can I say this? The ultimate question, the only one question she could ask either one of them was which of them was the door she could enter, right? Is that she only had one choice, right, between the matter? Or
she can only ask one question to one of the doors.
So she asked the question, which turns out to be the question being, would that other door lie or tell me the truth?
Yeah, what would he tell me?
There goes the question. So suddenly you go to ask a second question, and it's, oh, wait, sorry, you've already asked me that first question. Now you can't ask me whether or not, I don't know. Am I grasping?
No, I'm not following you, Boo.
Yes.
I lost you.
All right.
I got lost too. But anyways, yeah, it is confusing. But I kind of get what you're saying, Lipp. Like, it'll always be a lie, no matter what, because you're asking, what would he say if you told me which door to go through? Is the question that you said, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So the
I see.
truth-telling,
Hold on.
truth-telling door tells a lie because the lying door tells lies.
Right.
The lying one is supposed to tell the truth because that's the other
Right.
door, but he doesn't because he lies, so he tells the lie. So the
Sorry.
answer is always the opposite.
It was the question in particular I didn't quite grasp. But you're saying if I were to ask which door would be...
If I asked
If
the other door...
I asked him which door to go through, which one would it be?
No, it was an open-ended question. It was a more of a yes or no.
Was it?
Yeah.
The question was, if I'm the other door, if you're the other door,
Yeah, right.
which door
No,
I don't. I'm confused.
can you tell me to go through? Which door lead? Which is the right door to go through?
I don't remember how
Oh,
she
didn't
says
he just
it. We
say
really
what
should have
did
got
he
the
say?
quote for this.
Wow.
We promised nothing.
We promise nothing. We promise nothing.
I kind of feel responsible for this. I was confused right from the beginning. You two seem
Well,
to have already
I
grasped.
honestly, no, I haven't really grasped it. I kind of did, but I try to understand what he's saying.
So you just shook your head, nodded, and said, yes, yes, sir, yes. That's it.
Well,
I agree.
I kind of get it, but it's just like, yeah, it is confusing.
Oh, you liar.
We haven't even got to
The helping hands one. I always wondered what was up then, because they're always like, she said down, and then she went down. So I'm wondering, it's like, well, they made it sound like she made the wrong choice. So, like, what was up? If they helped her back up.
Oh, you mean like the door? Because it seemed like she supposedly made the right choice, but then she fell down.
Well, no, she fell into the helping hands.
Right.
I'm talking about. But anyway.
Okay, so the actual
Back to
question
the-
she asks is, would he, the opposite door, tell me that this door leads to the castle?
Okay.
Okay, so it was very specific. It wasn't so much, would he tell me the truth or not? Okay. Okay.
I guess we should have figured that out.
Yeah.
Would he tell me that this door leads to the castle? Sarah is told yes, and figures then the other door leads to the castle, and this door leads to certain death.
Right?
But was she right? Because she fell through the thing anyways.
Yeah, we don't know.
But it wasn't certain death because she had the helping hands.
That's true. Ah, good point, Kathy.
Maybe the helping hands wouldn't have been there if she went through the other door.
Maybe it would have been the
Ooh.
deathly hands.
Yeah, maybe. Or
The,
maybe they would have just went with
the certain deathly hands.
Maybe they were the unhelpful hands.
Yeah, unhelpful.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. What are we gonna rate this? Go, Kathy.
5.
5 for Kathy.
4.5. I'm sorry.
4.5. Ooh, almost got a 5. 4.5 for Kathy. 4. And you would care to elaborate on that? Like why?
Oh, geez, it's just all the Muppets and the music and the laughter and the juggling and the smiling and the babies and I don't know.
All right,
I
cool.
just, and the memories and everything.
4.5 babies. Got it.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Alright, I'm going to give mine 4 stars.
All right, cool.
Labyrinth. A very good movie, a little bit of singing, some Muppets, or goblins, and just Jim Henson humor and nostalgia. I love it.
You know what? I was kind of leaning on a 4, but I think I'm gonna have to give it a 3.5. Only due for one thing, because I feel like I might not have that nostalgic bond to it. I didn't grow up with it, so I only have like 2 viewings of this, and I'll be quite honest, I'm not a big fan of musicals. I really am not. I'll deal with them, but it just gets to the point where sometimes when Bowie was just singing, I felt like I just wanted to go in there and choke him.
Oh,
Shut
Oh, wait a minute.
Too soon.
Sorry.
Too soon.
Sorry, guys. Metaphorically speaking, of course. But anyway,
All right,
the point of the matter being,
You know,
I
send your hate mail to Dabu.
At taboo.com.
We're doing a memorial episode about it. Okay, anyhow.
Leave it to the guy who hates E.T.
Well, I have to contribute somehow here.
So you're saying you give it 3,
3.5.
3.5. Well, at least you gave it that.
I was gonna give it a 4. Come on now.
But Bowie shouldn't have sang so much, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Sorry, Bowie.
Bowie
All
should
right.
have done what Bowie does.
Bowie shouldn't have tried to make a living.
What's really weird too is that I'm not it's not that I dislike his music and whatnot too. I just felt like that his 2 songs that he sang in this movie, I just could not deal with.
Well, they're Bowie songs. I mean, what are you gonna do? He was popular back in the 70s. His first song was a big hit in the 60s. So,
Yeah, no, I get it. I did. It's out of my timeline. I'm sorry.
All right. I'm gonna give it a 4. I think I agree. Like, boo, when I first saw this, like, I wasn't like, I know a lot of people I knew were like raving about it, and I was like, what's the big deal? And I'm like, I realized a lot of people like Bowie, and I guess it took a little time for me to understand why people like Bowie. Labyrinth was kind of like really introducing me to Bowie when I was younger. You know, that's kind of like my first exposure to him. You know, I knew of his songs, but you don't really like know his songs. Like, I mean, until you start playing them, and you're like, oh right, okay, like everyone knows. You know, like Ziggy Stardust and Starman, and also, you know, Space Oddity. But, you know, this, I don't know, like I said, I would have given it a 3.5 before, Boo, but I think just, like, even now, I gotta give it a 4, and another reason, just because the work of Jim Henson, which I always appreciate. And I kind of miss seeing movies made this way because they're not made this way anymore.
CGI and it's all
everything's CGI. The only CGI in this was that owl at the intro, and that was the first time with CGI. But other than that, everything else was handmade sets. Like the little town at the end, with that goblin town that are at the end.
That's a cool set.
I love that
props.
set. The characters, like all the friends that she gets along the way, and all the goblins, they're all like Muppet-like characters. They're all puppets. They're all handmade.
That was put into the movies.
So that's why I give it a 4. You know, it's like as a movie, you know, it could get like a little bit of a less of a rating. I agree, Boo. But because of the hard work and just, you know, the kind of passion put behind this, and it's a different movie too. It's not. And you know what? This is a movie you could still like show kids. This is a movie you could introduce to kids, and you wouldn't be ashamed to show them it because there's nothing really bad about it. No. So I'm going for a 4.
Yeah, it's definitely a kid-friendly movie. Love the riddle. One of my favorite riddles in a movie.
Yeah.
Especially as a kid, like I could not wrap my head around it. Then as an adult, you know.
We still can't wrap our head around it, apparently.
It's tough.
I have to admit, I have to give props to Bowie and his performance as the Goblin King, though. That was actually... I was kind of impressive considering that it was actually a character I didn't think would be memorable. It would have been one of those where it just kind of passes on by as like your average.
I always thought with the name Goblin King, he should have had some like facial makeups and I don't know. I always wanted him to be like green skinned or something. But that's just me and my fantasy view.
I'm sure Bowie wanted some face time.
He had just 80s hair and makeup. That's like, and capes.
A lot of makeup.
Lots of capes.
Lots of capes. He's very flamboyant, but that's just like his style. Alright, so, David Bowie, born David Robert Jones. Unfortunately left us January 10th, 2016. He was age 69. He was born in Brixton, London, England. He was considered a famous figure in popular music for over 5 decades, which is amazing. Was considered an innovator, particular for his work in the 70s. He sold over 140 million records worldwide during his lifetime. He released 10 #1 albums in the UK, was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1996. He studied art, music, and design before embarking on a career as a musician, was known for Space Oddity in 1963 and reemerged in 1972 as his flamboyant alter ego, Ziggy Stardust, showcasing a glam rock style. Had various other roles such as the man who fell in movies, other roles in movies such as the man who fell to Earth, and more lately Zoolander, where he judged the walk-off between Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller, and also in The Prestige, where he portrayed Nikolai Tesla. And he remained musically active until his death. His last album, Black Star, was released 2 days before his death.
Wow. Kind of young still, even for these days. You know, like 69 is not that old these days.
No, not nowadays. Like people are living like into their hundreds. It's kind of more common now.
Yeah, 80s and
what it
90s
used to
and
be.
stuff. I don't know. I feel like.
Well, it seems like we're losing a lot of people to cancer. You know, as of late.
Well,
yeah. Unfortunately we also lost a great actor, Alan Rickman, who also passed away of cancer, 69 as well, which is odd. And we'll be doing a movie of his for next week, actually, or not next week. Next time that we put a show up, whenever that is, because we promised nothing. So yeah, why don't you comment below and tell us what your favorite Alan Rickman movie is? Your favorite role? Is it Snape from Harry Potter? Is it...
we promised to watch the whole series.
What? No, shut up. We're not doing that. Just let us know what your favorite role is. I'm not promising we're watching any Harry Potter. I'm just saying that right now. It could be Hans Gruber from Die Hard, or it could be the Sheriff of Nottingham from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. It could also be Galaxy Quest. You know, Dogma. He's been in many great roles.
Absolutely.
He was one of my favorite actors. I remember seeing him first time in Prince of Thieves, and just as the bad guy, he just kind of lit up, like the screen. It was just the most awesome bad guy. It was hilarious. Like, I'll cut your heart out with a spoon. I even used that as one of the quotes for the trivia quote, the movie quotes when we played it. So he's definitely he was a favorite actor of mine, but unfortunately,
Well, he just speaks with such passion, and he has this great voice that goes behind it as well. He was just a fantastic actor.
And I liked him before Harry Potter, so there.
Oh, I've liked him forever.
That was the Prince of Thieves when I was introduced to him, and I saw that in theater when I was younger.
I think I probably knew him from Die Hard.
I saw Prince of Thieves before I saw Die Hard.
Yeah.
I don't know which of the two I'd seen first, but I know both are very much up there with my favorite movies with him in them.
He just plays such a great bad guy. He's so entertaining to watch.
Oh, absolutely.
He's one of those actors where even if he plays a different role, you can pick him out from a distance, though. So I kind of feel like he has a hard time from being typecasted, I guess, for certain types of roles. But I think that was the nice thing when I had heard his voice in Hitchhikers of a Galaxy.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and he was a little robot.
Yeah,
just gloomy little robot,
instantly you hear his voice.
I love that. The little robot cracks me up. Just the lines he says, he's just okay. He's like an Eeyore. I can't even remember. I don't remember what he says. I haven't seen it enough times, but it's hilarious.
Always so depressing.
Yeah, he's so
funny
depressed.
when he's doing it.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I love that. So unfortunately, we lost many, many more. Lemmy and Motorhead and some others of the Eagles. What was his name?
Promise nothing.
We promised nothing.
Like I said,
other people have died.
We've lost quite a few people to cancer as of late, and it seems like that's a common one.
And right around the same age.
Yeah, I hate New Year's. Always tend to, depress me.
Changing of the seasons.
Whew. Wow, what a uplifting experience for the first episode of 2016 for We Promise Nothing.
People keep dying, man. That's the depressing part. Stop dying, guys.
Okay, well, we're still alive and we'll try to carry on in their name and...
Hold on, the Star Wars saga isn't over yet. There's still more. Live on.
Speaking of which... woo-woo! Get off the hype train from Star Wars! Without giving any spoilers, everyone's seen it here at the table. What'd you all think, without giving anything away?
Really enjoyed it.
It renewed my love for Star Wars.
I totally agree. It did renew my love for Star Wars.
Absolutely. It was good. They didn't, a lot of people said it's similar to...
It's very
similar
to A New Hope, trying to say stuff without giving away spoilers. But
the feel of it.
Not a ton of the Force in there, right? They keep it mysterious. There's tons
that's
of mystery.
What I like. It's mysterious again, and that's what I felt about New Hope and Jedi and Empire, is that there was a mystery to the Force, and then when they did episode 1, 2, and 3, it just left a bad taste in your mouth. It's hey, midichlorians.
I think everybody hates midichlorians.
Yeah, why explain the Force? That's awful. Anywho. I loved it myself. It did renew my love for it. It did feel more like the originals than it did any of these new ones. I guess I can't say the new ones. Now these are the new ones. So I just say that the prequels. What should I call them? Episode 1, 2, and 3. The prequels, I guess.
The
I don't
prequels,
know.
yeah, just the prequels.
Yeah. Boo! You haven't said what you said.
It's kind of like what all
No
you guys
spoilers.
have said. No, of course not. There was a lot of nice little surprises, I think, throughout the whole thing. Yeah, I can see why people would want to compare it to A New Hope, but they got to be a little bit more open-minded. I think they're trying to bring back, I think, as some of us had said here already, the feeling or the essence of the very first Star Wars, the one that started it all. So I don't blame them for trying to capture that. It's something they got to be careful of. If you don't blame me. I mean, it's one of those things where I feel like if they get too close to copying the feel of the original 3, maybe, they're going to get a bit of a backlash. But I have to admit, there were some differences in this one that I really thought were refreshingly surprising, and that's all I can say, unfortunately.
Yeah. this isn't a spoiler thing, but where would you place it in your list of favorite Star Wars movies?
Oh, jeez. I have to admit, it won't be my favorite. It's not so much that. But it's going to probably have to be my second or third favorite, I think, comparatively. It's
second, yeah. So you'd put it after Empire, then?
Yeah, Empire Strikes Back is always my favorite, just
Yeah.
due to its tone, due to its dark feel, and that's, again, something that you see in a lot of movies nowadays that are doing quite well. It's always the sequel that seems to do it, right? But in this case, they're trying to reobtain that original feel of the Force, and you guys pointed it out. You don't see much of the Force throughout the movie. Well, it's probably for good reason. They're trying to build up to that, right? The climax to, the presence of the Jedi is next to the Sith.
All right.
There are no Sith.
Saying too much. Okay, so we're not going to say too much more. Where would you place it in your
I
list?
think I'm going to agree with Boo.
You would put it after Empire.
Yeah, yeah.
You like it that much, okay?
It's
Awesome.
like, I'm a little younger than you guys, so I didn't see A New Hope until I was little. Like, it's been out for,
I didn't see them. I saw them all when I was little.
Yeah, but
Oh, you didn't see it since you were little?
Well, no, I just mean, like, A New Hope doesn't have a huge nostalgia hit with me. I feel like the Empire
Empire and Jedi to me really hit it with me. Like, I really enjoy those two.
So, it's going to be Empire than this new one. I really
Yeah.
like this new one.
All right, and where would you place it, Kathy?
I'm with the Lipp and the Boo.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually would probably put it after Jedi. I know Jedi gets flack for the Ewok thing, but I just...
Some people really like the
Jedi-
Ewoks. I actually don't mind
Jedi
them.
comes right after, though. Like, it would be probably...
And like
Empire
and then I would
this one,
do
Jedi.
Force Awakens, and then after that one I would put New Hope before. Like, the problem with New Hope is I just find it's been rehashed and redone so many times I can't even recall what the original version of the movie is. You know what I mean? And that's I like the part at the end, but anyways, that's getting too much into it. If you want to hear more about our Star Wars review, go check out the official review where we review Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, and we have a guest, Scotty, on that one. Alright, so we're not going to do a full review of The Force Awakens right now, because we might actually do a full review later at some point when all the hype's died down a bit and people aren't afraid of spoilers. But that's just our initial thoughts. I'd like to remind everyone that today's episode is brought to you by Random Thoughts by Jpar. That's right.
No! No! No!
Wait, you don't approve of this, Kathy?
No! I do not approve. It is bad.
There's some whispering going on. Oh, shit. I know what we need to do, guys.
Oh, yes. If the M&Ms were real, how long would it take you to eat them?
Is this Random Thoughts by Kathy or Random Thoughts by Lipp?
Inspired by Lipp.
Okay,
Because I
Sometimes I have weird
Because
thoughts.
I actually had the thought as well, so...
But 1 second, guys. I'd like to remind everyone that this week's episode is brought to you by Random Thoughts by Lipp. Better? So if the M&Ms are real, how long... The M&M characters were real, how long would it take you to eat them?
Would you? Well, how would you do that?
Okay. I want you to stop and think about that for a second.
Can you commit delicious
Lipp,
murder?
you asked the question?
Yeah. Do I have to answer?
Yeah, answer it.
Oh.
Okay,
Would I
you
commit?
answer.
Would I commit delicious murder? Okay, I don't know. I don't know what their lifespan is, but I think I would wait for them to die and then I would crack the shell. If that's a thing, I don't know. Am I overthinking this? How long would it take me to eat them? It's a lot of chocolate. Like, I'm trying to think back to maybe a commercial where they're with other humans dancing at parties. Like, how big are they really? A couple feet tall? You know? I guess maybe from the yellow one, it's got a peanut in it. I'm allergic.
He's got a big peanut.
So I gotta pass on that
peanut.
one. Like, how long would it take me
It
to
would
eat?
take longer to eat the peanut one, though.
The red one.
Just
Is the green one available?
Just give me the female one.
The green one. That's the green one.
No, female one is no, isn't she the one?
Yeah, brown. No,
brown, no shell.
She's the.
Yeah, I
no,
think
no,
green
she
is
looks
also
like she has-
She's
female.
like a mint one, isn't she?
Isn't there
I don't know. There is
I
a
think
green
there's-
one.
I think there's several.
Oh, dark
female-
chocolate. Okay.
We are way overthinking this.
I
She is dark
wouldn't eat
chocolate.
them. I
Sorry,
think
I
that's
brought
so
you guys into my
weird.
mind.
No, I wouldn't eat anything that could talk back.
Yeah,
What do you
that'd be
mean? You
so
eat
odd.
beef
I love
and
the
chickens
question.
and-
If it
Yeah,
were a
but
real,
cows and chickens don't talk back.
Yeah.
Pigs are pretty smart.
Well, that's actually
Yeah,
even
but
better.
pigs don't talk back.
That's an even better point of view. One's sentient, one's not, right? So it's like, what the hell? My question would be this, I think. Would you eat it if you were given the opportunity, but you didn't have to murder them, per se? Like, if you got a talking M&M walking up to you and you figure, back of your mind is, well, I wonder how sweet this guy is, and how long is it going to take for me to digest him? You know?
Lipp just took like the total Homer Simpson approach to it.
The way I look at it, if I was really craving chocolate that bad, I would go to the Hershey's factory and
I
just
said
get
I
a big
wouldn't
chunk
kill
of
them.
chocolate, and I would just let them live their lives and just kind of let them be.
Yeah, sure, you wouldn't kill them until they looked the other way, and then you...
I said I'd wait till them to
Oh,
like
no.
age.
Yeah,
I guess
wait
I'd have
till
to
they
assess,
die.
assess
But then
their
if
age.
them
if
were
you wait
me,
till
well,
they
then clearly
age,
I would eat
it'll
them,
be
but I
old
mean, I
chocolate.
wouldn't go my way to eat it.
Everyone's talking all at once.
None of this will be heard by anybody.
If you wait for them to age, it'd be old chocolate. I'm sure they heard it all.
Oh, shit.
The million people talking at once on one
The
microphone.
millions!
Everyone got
The
it.
3
Everyone was
people
really
and
happy.
us who listen to the show. By the way, thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing. Keep doing so. And if you like this show, please like, share, and subscribe.
Tell your
M&M's.
friends.
Tell all your friends.
Okay,
Tell
so
your friends.
Tell
Okay.
your friends.
here's the new
Why am I
scenario.
repeating everything Kathy's saying?
I know. Stop repeating. Here's the scenario: you and the red M&M driving in a jeep.
He's funny. I don't want to kill him and eat him.
Jeep flips. Freak accident. He is dead.
Oh, yeah?
In his will, he said you could eat him. How long does it take to eat the red?
Well,
M&M?
if I had to survive, like if the Jeep flips and I have to survive in the wilderness, then yes, I will eat the M&M if I have to do it. But it would be kind of weird. I'm like, oh, I'll just eat around these eyeballs and this mouth. You know, it's kind of odd.
I like to think a lot of that comes off with the shell. I don't know. Maybe I'm
Just
wrong.
like eating a turtle, it all comes off of the shell.
No idea.
You'd be able to survive just off eating a shell alone, not eating the rest of them. Is that
I
what
would
you're
hope
saying?
I was stranded with the peanut one because there's protein.
That's one massive
Death.
fucking nut.
Death.
I don't
I
think-
know for you. Like,
I don't
you could
think I can
that
eat
would be
them.
perfect. You could have the red one. I'll have like the yellow one.
Couldn't
And
eat them.
apparently Boo wants the girl one, the green one. So
Alive.
I was alive, yeah.
in a pit, put the lotions on its
Yeah.
skin.
You know I have imagination. Why would you do that to me?
Ooh, you have a strong grip.
No.
All right, so thank you for that thought, Lipp, and thanks for creeping up my day.
Sorry.
Thanks, Lipp.
After these messages.
We'll be right back.
So, you guys know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time to play some movie quotes.
Movie quotes.
That's right. So, are you ready?
Oh, I don't know. This is so sudden. I didn't prepare.
I know, I mean...
I'm ready. I'm
Movie
ready.
quotes.
Movie quotes.
Because the greatest thing about this is that this time it's going to be champion... Okay, wait, 1 second.
Tournament of Champions.
It is. It's going to be also... Let me do this proper. It's going to be champion versus champion versus another champion.
No.
That's right. It's Jpar, Kathy, and the Boo. Champion versus champion versus champion. The winner will be the movie quotes champion of all time. The loser. The losers, I should say, are big poo-poo faces, and I don't like them. So there.
There's no losers at this table.
Are you ready? I said, are you ready?
I was thinking about it. Say it again.
For the 4 people sitting at the table. And the billions.
Billions?
The billions listening on YouTube.
I think that number's correct.
Let's get ready to movie quotes. All right.
What an epic intro.
Now we roll to see who goes first. Champion versus champion versus champion. I got a 17.
Ooh, nice roll, Jpar. 16. Kathy right behind him.
Close.
We're going clockwise from the winner.
16.
Oh!
Wow.
Still the winner, though.
And
17.
Yeah, 17. Jay's the winner clockwise.
Alright, so I go first. Whew, this is intense. Champion versus champion versus
Okay,
champion.
the clock that we're using, is it like Earth clock or is it like Alice in Wonderland clock where it goes in both directions?
Huh?
It's
You
a
said it
normal
went
clock.
clock.
It
Nope.
goes
Shush.
clockwise.
Clockwise.
Okay.
We got it.
Just checking.
Left or right?
Okay. How do you like them apples?
Oh, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Oh shit! Ah!
No, that's incorrect.
I know what the real thing is. Shit! I gave that away.
Whoa.
I was
Silent
right,
Bob?
but I know what it's originally from.
Kathy, how do you like them apples? What is it from?
Clerks?
No, that is incorrect. Boo! How do you like them apples?
I don't know. It seems like everyone's going on a Jane Silent Bob spree, so I'm going to say Dogma.
Okay, before you say it, I know the end. It's Good Will Hunting, isn't it?
That is correct.
Yeah.
It's Matt Damon from Good Will Hunting. But, you
But
fucked it up.
the Jay and Silent Bob
Oh,
Strike
I
Back, that's what they're
completely
spoofing,
Yes,
right?
that's correct.
Okay, well, I know it now. that you
0
said it.
points for the
Yeah.
first
It
round.
came back to me
I
like,
wasn't too familiar with that short one. No, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It's,
It was like
I
lightning
made him
that
tough. I
struck
made him
my
tough.
brain.
I'm happy Jay kind of knew it. But after
I realized my
I
mistake
forgot.
after I said it.
They're not all easy.
Okay,
And I'm going in order here.
make sure you keep track of points, too.
Okay, so no points.
No points there.
That was
So
pretty
that's
keep
easy to
track.
keep track there.
All right, second round.
Goes to
No,
Kathy for 3
yeah.
points.
Okay.
This one's actually pretty easy. I put a hard one, easy ones.
Okay.
I love lamp.
The Office?
Oh,
movie
that's
quotes.
So,
I like
this
quotes,
isn't
Kathy.
movie
Office-
quotes.
Can I correct myself?
No, you can't. Boo.
I said
I
the
love
wrong one.
I love lamp.
Oh, no. I should know this one. Why?
Points. Yeah,
I'm
points on this side.
sad.
Well, you got
Yeah, I
an
mean, that's a
answer?
pass. Pass.
So I get 1 point if I get this.
This is correct.
Anchorman.
Anchorman is correct. Steve Carell.
Yeah, I love Lamp.
Yes.
Alright, at least I got 1 point. So it's Boo's turn.
I just mistaken on the title. I had the right movie in my brain.
And you had the right actor. It was
Yeah.
Steve Carell.
No, I. Boo. No, I'm not blaming him.
He didn't get it right either. He didn't get it right either.
Alright, 1 point. And now Boo's turn.
I want to play a game.
Oh, man. Saw?
That is correct. For 3
Alright,
points.
Sure,
3.
if you
So
were
you
trying to
are
go-
in the lead, Boo.
Boo takes the lead.
And the crowd goes wild.
I wasn't sure if anyone was going to
Alright,
go for this
my
comedic
turn.
one.
This is a tough one.
Okay, go for it.
Dear Dad, you always told me that an honest man has nothing to fear, so I'm trying my best to not be afraid.
Drawing a blank on this one, but I might kick myself in the ass when I hear it. God damn it, pass.
Sixth Sense.
No, that's incorrect. Boo, would you like me to repeat it?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Dear Dad, you always told me that an honest man has nothing to fear, so I'm trying my best to not be afraid. That was the only time I said it correctly.
So you should get it right, Boops. You said it correctly only for you.
I jumbled some words at the end of it.
Wow. I don't know. It doesn't sound too memorable for me. I'm sorry.
Catch Me If You Can.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've never seen
yes.
that.
Very good movie.
You know, it sounded kind of.
Okay, never seen that, and we still have
I-
3 points for Boo, 1 point for
No.
me, and it is Kathy's turn. That was tough.
Yeah, not an easy one. Not an easy one.
Wow.
All right, Kathy.
Alright.
Okay. Ba, ba, ba. This one's a little tricky.
Okay.
It's tricky.
What's the secret of time doing on Fry's ass? Well, it was bound to be somewhere.
Uh,
This is for Kathy.
I That is so
How is this a movie?
familiar.
What's the secret of time doing on Fry's ass?
I know.
Well, there's bound to be somewhere.
God, that sounds familiar. And it's not what you think. But no.
Is it?
Is it? Wait, oh. I'm not. Okay, I'll pass because I don't know.
Okay, Taboo for 2 points. What's the secret of time travel doing on Fry's ass? Well, there's bound to be somewhere.
Oh, goddamn. Futurama?
That's correct. But title?
Oh, wow. There's a subtitle to it. I don't know.
Movie quotes.
Does
Futurama is
this
a
count?
television show.
Yeah, it's
well,
kind of
yeah,
a television show, so why is it this...
They came out and had 4 movies, like the Simpson movie.
Yeah.
Not really. It wasn't in theaters. But whatever. I think I know it. Bender's Big Score?
That is correct.
Okay.
3 points for Jpar. 1
1
point.
point
One
for
point
me.
for Jpar.
1 point. So, Boo's at 3, Jay at 2, Kathy at 0. It is now Jpar's turn.
Okay. Is it?
Yes.
No, it's Boo's turn because I just got 1 point for
Oh,
that.
yes, that's right.
Alright.
You're one ugly motherfucker.
Oh, no.
Whatever you want to pass, Boo.
Yeah, I know. I have a feeling you might know this one.
Or you're an ugly motherfucker. We promised nothing. I wrote the quote down wrong. Well, possibly.
I know what you're referring to.
Shit. There's one that comes to mind that's recent, but Deadpool?
No, that's incorrect.
Yeah, that would also be crappy if you chose a movie that hasn't even come out yet.
Eh.
But
You're
I'm gonna
one
say
ugly.
I'm gonna say Predator.
That is correct.
All right.
See, that was another one that I kind of feel like I didn't
All
hear
right.
it the way you had said it.
2.
Damn.
Yep, 2 for me. So and then it's my turn.
So Jpar's taking the lead.
I wasn't even sure about that Futurama title. I just guessed.
All my life I had this strange feeling that there's something big and sinister going on in the universe. No, that's perfectly normal paranoia. Everyone in the universe gets that.
Is it Paul?
No, that's incorrect.
God, I probably guessed Paul another time. Anyways, go, Kathy.
Oh,
All my life I had this strange
Tomorrowland.
feeling. No, that's
Really?
incorrect.
I can only guess at this point, but Hitchhiker's Guide.
That is correct. Boom.
Oh!
1 point. We talked about it earlier.
Speaking of Alan Rickman,
Yeah. Kathy?
I need this to be alive. Yes.
I have lived most of my life surrounded by my enemies. I would be grateful to die surrounded by my friends.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
That is correct.
I almost said Galaxy Quest by accident.
so the score is currently what, Lipp?
4 points for Jay, 3 points for Kathy, 4 points for Boo.
Okay, and what question are we at? It started with me, yes.
Oh yeah, so who does get
last
another one?
Boo.
He gets
He
another
gets a
shot?
Oh, yes,
Yes,
that's 3 questions.
yes,
He
he
said 3,
does.
right? Now that I'm thinking about
And
it.
now, Lipp, you can't use that quote.
Now I find a
What
movie.
he gets?
Okay, that'll be funny to listen
Okay,
to.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the final question, going to Boo for 3 points.
No pressure.
It's bed sheets. Who invited that kid?
What the hell?
Maybe too tough. Okay, hold on. I don't think you guys are gonna get that one.
I know I was going to guess, but I mean, if you guys want to go, keep going.
Well,
with
no, well, we can guess. I mean, if it's an actual quote.
it.
Probably not
Is it a
really
movie that I would not have been watching? Charlie Brown, for instance? Because I'm
No.
trying to think of
And
something.
it's a theatrical release, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's actually a really good movie.
Well, no. Why don't we answer it? Just let him Answer.
Okay. Well, here's a better one. Here's a better quote.
Okay.
Tuesday night plastics corrosion awareness meeting was, I think, a big success. We'd like to thank Mr. Spell for putting that on for us. Thank you, Mr. Spell.
What the fuck?
You're welcome. Does that help?
Oh boy, is that Grandma's Boy?
No, that's incorrect.
Say it again.
Tuesday night's plastic corrosion awareness meeting was, I think, a big success. We'd like to thank Mr. Spell for putting that on for us. Thank you, Mr. Spell.
I know exactly what it is.
Billy Madison?
That is incorrect. Kathy?
That would be Toy Story.
That is correct. A plastic corrosion meeting.
No.
Also,
I don't know enough.
And he's opening his second gift. It's bed sheets. Who invited that kid?
Oh, right. That's also from Toy Story.
Toy
Okay,
Story.
okay.
Toy Story's the answer.
Nice. Okay, right. Good.
call.
Very good. Jolly good.
With that, everyone is tied at 4.
Oh my god! So
We're all winners. We're all winners.
not only is it champion versus
I
champion
told you there
versus
was no losers
champion,
at this table.
but it's gonna come down to the wire. What happens if we all get the last one right, Lipp?
What happens if you all get it wrong? It's actually really hard.
I hope so.
I hope one of you guys...
Then there's no champion?
Well, how about this? Write down your answer, movie plus actor, if you can get one of them.
Okay, so well, it's worth 2 points, and if you can get both, it's worth 2, and if you get 1, it's worth 1.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good.
Whew.
This is
I'm gonna write it down on
intense.
my
See, I gotta
notes, just so everyone knows I'm just writing it down.
Alright, so now it comes down to the wire. 4 points for everyone, and whoever wins this is the movie champion.
Okay. Gotta put on my drama here.
I feel like there should be a drum roll.
Yeah, okay. I'm a school teacher. I teach English composition in this little town called Adley, Pennsylvania. The last 11 years I've been at Thomas Alva Edison High School. I was a coach of a baseball team in the springtime. Back home I tell people what I do for a living and they think, well, now that figures. But over here, it's a big mystery. So I guess I've changed some. Sometimes I wonder if I've changed so much my wife was even going to recognize me. Whenever I get back to her.
Holy sh... God. I thought I might have known, but now I don't know. Oh, man. Good poker face, Jay.
Remember, actor as well. If you think you kind of know, I thought I gave you enough to help a bit with the type of genre, maybe the type of movies you should sift through.
I know, I was trying to think.
Would you like me to say it again?
Yeah, say it again.
I'm a school teacher. I teach English composition in this little town called Adley, Pennsylvania. The last 11 years, I've been at Thomas Alva Edison High School. I was a coach of the baseball team in the springtime. Back home, I tell people what I do for a living. They think, well, now that figures. But over here, it's a big mystery. So I guess I've changed some. Sometimes I wonder if I've changed so much my wife is even going to recognize me. Whenever that is, I get back to her. And how I'll ever be able to tell her about days like today. I can't tell you any more about, without revealing it.
I don't think I'm gonna get this.
No.
Make a wild guess. Also put an actor. Put an actor that you think might do a role like this.
Holy
I'll tell you, it's a very famous movie. If you're thinking of a type of movie, it's actually
Yeah.
very famous for that type even.
I honestly don't remember too many movies with school teachers in them as of late.
That's a throw off, I'll tell you that much.
Trying to remember who said it though. I think I know what it is. I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I'm right or not. I think, but I can't be. Who said
There's
it?
nothing I can.
Well, okay, I can always throw another one out if everyone gets this one wrong.
Okay, if everyone gets it wrong.
That's not a good sign, Lipp.
I'll look for a new movie.
Okay,
right
well
now.
maybe we should see what Kathy's got.
No.
Oh, you see, you need to hit the actor.
I'm just gonna right. You say
All
what?
right, so did you have an actual guess?
Yeah.
What about?
No, I have none, but I'm gonna go with what I had written originally. But
Okay, so should we just hand it over to Lipp and see what it is?
Let's see what we got.
And if we got nothing, we'll have to do another one, I guess. All right, so yeah, there you go. Oh, put your name on the back.
it doesn't really matter, Bryce. Just
Yeah.
Okay, well, what's your answer there, Kat?
Okay, Kathy put The Longest Yard, which is incorrect. Do you have an actor you would like
No.
to... Okay, no. No, it's not.
Ernest P. Worrell. Ernest goes to school? No.
No, it's not that. Thomas Jane? Punisher?
Thomas Jane and Punisher. Then when you said it was a school teacher, I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound
So
right.
what was that, Lipp?
The answer is, that is from Saving Private Ryan. That is
Oh
Tom
my
Hanks.
lord.
So the entire movie, Saving Private Ryan, they want to know what he does. What's the
Okay,
captain do?
so you got another one?
I'm trying to think of a movie that everyone could maybe try to kind of know.
This is where I don't know where you guys get your quotes from.
Okay, I'm sure everybody's
From Life
seen
Move,
this
it's
one.
all
I'm sure
around us.
everyone's seen this one.
Everything's a quotable moment. No.
Everything's a cloud.
Everything's a cloud, bro. Everything's a cloud.
A quotable cloud.
Okay. What's the most resilient parasite? Bacteria, a virus, an intestinal worm, an idea. Resilient, highly contagious. Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate.
I think I know this.
Are we doing actor as well?
Well, yeah, just in case you don't know. Say it again.
Shoot, okay, hold on. What is the most resilient parasite? Bacteria, a virus, an intestinal worm, an idea. Resilient, highly contagious. Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate.
Oh, I got it wrong. I think.
Right again.
Yeah, I'm sure I got it wrong. Damn. I was so sure, and now I'm not sure. It's wrong.
I'm gonna say this as a guess.
I'll take this one. Yeah, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is everybody ready?
1 second.
Would you like me to read it again?
If you want.
If I want. Well, I don't want that.
I know. I remember
Okay.
the.
Do you have a
that I
guess?
was thinking of now, but.
Yeah, I'm
I
ready.
have
What
a
it-
guess.
Okay.
Did you write it
Everybody
down?
submit them in? Okay, Kathy gave me Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio. That is
No.
correct.
No, that wasn't me.
Oh.
That was me.
Oh, it's Jpar.
Oh, yes.
Dogma. Chris Rock.
No.
That's incorrect. Leonardo DiCaprio in Inception.
Oh, me and Boo.
Boo. That's correct.
Oh, good show, Boo. You know what? We might have
Well-
to pack it up there, and then maybe we'll have to have another showdown or something. What do you think?
Yeah.
We can't go to double overtime.
No.
Because this is getting crazy.
All right. Double champion from the.
All right,
triple
we're still
champions.
okay. So
We're
we
down
didn't.
one.
We still didn't resolve anything, but we eliminated one. It's down to
Tournament
two.
champions down to
Elimination
3.
Yeah, it
Or
was
Next
two.
time, me and Boo will have to face to face.
It will be a face-off.
All right, so I hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Tell your friends, and also leave a comment below about what your favorite Alan Rickman movie is, and perhaps that's the one we will watch next time you hear from us. But until then, this is Jpar signing out.
Cat.
And Lipp.
Boo.
And remember, if you don't approve anything on the show, we promise
Promise
nothing.
nothing.
Good night, everybody.
Those are inaccurate quotes. Boop.